Hey, what's up, guys? Believe it or not, Mike and I are here.
We are.
Last minute betting with the sports nuts. We're here. We made it. Didn't know whether we would or not, but we are here. And we're looking to see if we got any plays out there, and you know what's happening. There's no sports hardly at all. So you guess what? You're stuck with us. Click the links below for the best sports books in your state. And the OddsJam Partner Program, share that link with your friends. Get 20% of all the revenue generated from that link. Live chat here is available. Like this show and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Fill out the form below in the description to get a one-on-one tutorial on how to make $2,500 per month sports betting. TikTok, OddsJam_Nutz. Let's do it. Mike at OddsJam.com, Bob at OddsJam.com. Mike's got a Calendly link down there. So do I. Let's get it. Let's go. Let's have a little fun. We're limited, okay? We are limited sports-wise. We got the Home Run Derby tonight, Mike, and that's pretty well what we're going to be talking about because there's really nothing else there, at least tomorrow night. We not only got the All-Star game, we got the WNBA too, but tonight we're just a little bit stuck. And we need to talk about what's going on in the Home Run Derby and how everybody's going to approach that tonight, because I know there are the books have got a lot of bets out there, and there's a lot of odds you can bet on each matchup. For instance, I put $10 on Pujols to beat Schwarber. I got it for plus 270 on DraftKings. What do you think about that?
You're going with Pujols to beat Schwarber. I'm just not sure, Bob. I did a TikTok, and I actually liked the value that I was seeing on Schwarber at the time. Now, I know that only counts for so much, but I do think there is a good chance Schwarber can win this thing, and it is Team Schwarber. It is Team Pujols. So if I were to have to go with one of the two that I thought was going to make a deeper run, I think I would go with Schwarber. Now, that being said, maybe I'm sleeping on Albert too much because of his age, and maybe he'll make me look stupid. But I do think Schwarber has a really good chance. And again, I think there was pretty good value that was found on Kyle Schwarber. And aside from that, you're going to look at Pete Alonso. I know people are going to say, well, there's no value on him, this and that. Well, but it's Pete Alonso. I mean, the guy is an absolute monster, and he's got a short, compact swing. In a home run derby, one thing that people don't realize is fatigue does play a factor in the home run derby. I don't think Pete Alonso is going to, put himself in a position where he's going to tire out. I think Pete Alonso will just have an off night if he is not to win this thing himself. It won't be because of tiring himself out like you've seen guys do in the past. Ohtani most recently. So I think there is something to be said about Pete Alonso and the fact that, look, Pete Alonso's already won this thing 2 times and he's in his prime. I mean, he's got a lot of years left. It's not like this guy is, Prince Fielder whenever he was winning. And granted, Prince Fielder still had some years left, but I mean, Prince Fielder wasn't near in his prime like Alonso is. Even Griffey, the last one he won, was kind of towards the end. So Pete Alonso is still 100% young and in his prime, and he's already won it twice. We've never had a guy that's done that to be able to go by to say, well, most guys that are favored to win this thing don't win. Yeah, but how many of those guys were a 2-time champ and in their prime like Pete Alonso? And Pete Alonso's only the favorite because Aaron Judge and guys like that didn't get in. So, if Aaron Judge was in this home run derby, Pete Alonso wouldn't even be the favorite. So there's just so much that's going into this that that needs to be talked about and discussed.
Yeah. And, as I'm looking down through all of the guys that have won the home run derby, Dave Parker, Darryl Strawberry, Wally Joyner, Andre Dawson, Eric Davis, Ruben Sierra, Ryan Sandberg, Cal Ripken Jr., Mark McGuire, Juan Gonzalez, Griffey in 94, his first one, Frank Thomas, Barry Bonds, Tino Martinez, Griffey in 98 and 99 back-to-back. Sammy Sosa, Luis Gonzalez, Jason Giambi, Garrett Anderson, Miguel Tejada, Bobby Abreu, Vlad Guerrero, Justin Morneau, Prince Fielder, David Ortiz, Robinson Cano. Who would ever thought that one? Prince Fielder. Cespedes won it twice in a row in 2013 and 14. You know, who's to say that a guy can't win back to back to back? Because this is his incentive. This is his event. He owns this event. And that is why I think Pete Alonso is going to win, because it's really important to him.
Well, and if you look at how he's built for this home run derby, I mean, the guy's in tremendous shape. You can tell he works out a lot. And again, I mentioned him having that short, compact swing. That helps. And when you have a big, heavy, long swing, Bob, you can get tired. Even batting practice, you can get a little tired, especially when you're trying to hit a home run. It's the home run derby. So I think that's something that has to be addressed when you look at how you're handicapping this going in. Well, Pete Alonso is built for these, and there's a reason he has won it twice already, and there's a reason why he's got a real good shot at doing it again. I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Right. Guerrero has the homers record of 91 in 2019.
Right, and if he was in it and Aaron Judge was in it, Pete Alonso probably wouldn't even be the favorite. So I get not wanting to go with the favorite in these things, but again, how many of those favorites were two-time home run derby champions and in their prime and only favored because, you know, used to be all the top dogs used to get in this thing a lot. A lot of guys opt to not get in now. So that's the only reason he's the favorite. It's not like it's the Pete Alonso hype. If Aaron Judge or Guerrero Jr. were in this thing, I really think both of them would be having the edge on Alonso.
Well, and Giancarlo Stanton too, since he's won one before. He could have been in it too. All right. Yarrow says, "Hey fellas," and Steven Rivera says, "My guys."
Steven Yarrow.
Cespedes was a beast, and he just fell completely.
Yes, he did. Yeah, so, he fell off the map.
Let's just take a look at this.
That's the thing with Pete Alonso. This guy can ball. He's a heck of a ball player. So these home run derbies don't seem to affect him and make him, a bad player.
Sharing my screen right now. Okay. Now, I took a little flack earlier today. I have every Monday I get a free bet in BetMGM. And it was actually plus 155. And I took Alonso because it's up to $25. It's risk-free. I put my money on it. It's a risk-free bet. No big deal. But you can get him for plus 210.
Yeah, you maybe should have held out, because at the time you did take, which I get, you get
early in the day.
Oh yeah, and had you waited, you're getting pretty good value on Alonso right now, all things considered. Look at that perfect line priced at plus 167. Unfortunately, Bob, you took it worse than that, so I do have to. But
it wasn't, that line wasn't there at the time.
That is true. That is true.
Okay, so you can't go there. Okay, so Schwarber's plus 350. We've got Soto at plus 450. We've got Acuna at plus 750. Rodriguez at plus 850. Seager is now at plus 1,300, and you can get Ramirez at plus 1,800. And Albert is at plus 2,400. Now, I'm just going to tell you this right now. You mean to tell me that Major League Baseball wouldn't love it if Albert Pujols won this thing?
I mean, I don't think they would have a problem with it. And I think a lot of people will be rooting for him low key, or maybe not even low key, maybe out in the open about it. Just
all the players.
Look, I don't have any doubt people are going to be rooting for him. But right now, Bob, it's funny. The value, it appears that Schwarber and Alonso are the two guys we have. They appear to have pretty good value right now.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that at all.
There is very good positive expected value on Alonso right now. Seager too.
Seager and Rodriguez.
They do. Yes, but let's face it. I just don't. Rodriguez is in this thing because a lot of guys aren't in it. Rodriguez is an unbelievable player. I'm taking nothing away from him. I just don't think that he is my choice for winning this home run derby.
All right, so take a look now. You change the bet to make the final, and now there are no perfect line odds here, and now you see minus 105, plus 130, plus 225, plus 360. Albert's only plus 800 to make the final. Ramirez is plus 700, which is actually kind of surprising. That
Jose Ramirez, and that, again, what worries me is the type of, he's a guy that I think could tire out. But I'll tell you what, Jose Ramirez is certainly a guy that I haven't heard a lot of people talking about.
No,
and there's no doubt that you can't say he doesn't have the ability to win this.
Right. Absolutely. So then we have longest home run, and I'm interested in this. And Albert actually moved up over ahead of Ramirez, and look who is number one, Acuna.
Wow.
For the longest home run, plus 300.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of crazy. And Ramirez is last, plus 1,500. But you got Acuna, Schwarber, Soto. Alonso is fourth. Rodriguez, Seager, Pujols, and Ramirez. All right. We got one more.
What is here. Albert at right now?
Plus 1,400 for the longest home run, which I don't know, man.
I'll tell you what. If you look at some of these guys for their career that's in it, I don't know there's a lot that have hit one further than Albert.
All right. So here's the other one. First round most home runs.
Oh, yeah.
There we have Alonso and Acuna tied, plus 400.
Wow.
Rodriguez. And the funny part is Alonso and Acuna are matched up in the first round, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, and both obviously. That's probably why they're both so high there, because you'd have to assume if Acuna does beat Alonso, there's a chance he'll probably have hit the most out, and I think we all expect Alonso to have that chance. But these are the ones that I think you got to pay attention to, Bob, because Alonso's not worried about how many he hits out in the first round, right? Alonso's built for the deep run in these. I think but see somebody hit more home runs. And
Mike, he hit 35 in the first round last year.
I know, but I don't think
he's still
fair enough. Yes, I'm trying to make a case for somebody else, and I know you don't look. I think there's a possibility you could see somebody else have the most home runs in that first round that you may not have expected. It may not be Alonso. I think Alonso that's going to be a battle with Acuna.
All right, Bobby V. Yeah, we're allowed to argue about it. Just kidding. It would be a storybook finish for Pujols if he won it. Oh, yeah, it would be great. I think Major League Baseball wanted him in this. I mean, guys, I'm telling you right now, people are still talking about, and players on other teams are talking about his batting practice. That's what this is, okay? So to think that Albert Pujols doesn't have a chance to beat Kyle Schwarber, you must be on something, because he's got a chance. And I'm telling you,
I do agree. Although I do like Schwarber, I think I agree that this is going to be tougher than you would think, because Albert Pujols is a batting practice phenom, and when you talk about some of the all-time great home run hitters, I mean, it's Albert Pujols is up there, and you talk about some of the all-time batting practice greats. Albert Pujols is up there.
Him and McGuire, man.
Sure.
They put on a show like nobody else, and Albert still can do that. Now, does he? I don't think he has the stamina to win the whole thing. I said this earlier. I think he can
possibly not, but here's what I think. Here's what I think happens. I do think, based upon how he is at this point in his career, I think he'll know how to pace himself to the point of, I don't think he will tire himself out. I think if he gets out of the first round, he'll get some, he'll get some confidence. He'll be feeling good, and I think that adrenaline will help any fatigue for him as he goes on. So I really don't think he'll tire out.
Okay,
he's a pro. I mean, Albert's done these. Albert knows how to do this. I think he'll know how to pace himself. I worry about other guys, even Juan Soto. I know Juan Soto has been deep in these things, but I worry a guy like Juan Soto or Jose Ramirez could tire themselves out.
Right. And I agree with you. That is a possibility. And, you're absolutely right about Alonso with the short stroke. I still think that he is the guy that's going to win this thing because he wants it. Like, he wants it.
Oh, sure. He wants to do this.
Yes. Yeah.
He wants to do that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Look, Pete Alonso is but right now, Bob, looking at the value on him right now, I have not locked in my bet for it yet. And I got to be honest with you, I'm not so sure I may not go back to Alonso now because the value is there.
Right.
The value is there. Now, I know people are going to say, well, yeah, it is now because they're wanting you to bet it now, so you lose. Well, or Pete Alonso's a monster and is a home run derby champ twice. And he hasn't shown any signs of slowing down. He's in his prime. He's in great shape.
And that is true, too. Absolutely. No two ways about it. I'm just pretty interested in. I've looked at some things on DraftKings. I haven't looked at anything on FanDuel yet. But right now, Albert's at plus 2,200, and like we said, plus 210 for Alonso. A longest home run player, total home runs. Albert under 18 and a half or over 18 and a half home runs.
Here's the two bets that I think with Albert that I would look at. Number one is maybe take a look at him winning that first round rather than winning the whole thing. And number two, and honestly, this is probably the one I would like the most. I think Albert's got a shot to hit the longest home run. I mean, I don't see how you could say he does. The guy what's the longest home run he's ever hit? 400. Was it 470 something feet?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Here's another bet. Length of longest derby home run. Under 493 and a half or over 493 and a half. Normal juice, minus 110 on both. Interesting. League of the winner. National League obviously has the edge there. They do have more participants, don't they? Or is it pretty close? They have the better home run hitters, really. Finalists. We went through that. A straight forecast, meaning Alonso beats Schwarber, Alonso beats Soto, Schwarber beats Alonso. There's all kinds of possibilities. Most home runs. Player to hit the most home runs for the whole Derby and for just round one. And here's another one, Mike. Highest exit velocity for each player. There is for Schwarber, it's 111 and a half. For Julio Rodriguez Soto, it's 112 and a half. And also for Pete Alonso, it's 116 and a half.
No thanks on those. I'm not going to get that technical. Sorry. Look, I'm all for some degenerate betting, and I'm all for, but I'm not going to bet on how hard a guy hits. Now, farthest home, longest home run. I'm for maybe throwing. I'm maybe for look. I mean, it's a home run derby, so now how hard they hit it. I'm not going that deep.
All right. So look, we're not going tomorrow. I just looked at the positive EV page. There's nothing out there for tomorrow. So we're not going to do an early betting show tonight, folks. But one thing I do want you to remember, that OddsJam Player Prop mobile app is out there. The link is in the description below. Download it, please. All right? Thanks for joining us for Last Minute Betting. I'll be back on tomorrow. We'll be looking about positive EV plays and what have you. Peace. WNBA tomorrow.